Good morning, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, and Shinrin Yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Monday, October 25th, around noontime, Mountain Time 2021. The newest Copernicus satellite image of the lava flows on La Palma has been released yesterday. And here is a look. There is a new southern tongue, can be seen here on satellite imagery, south of the vents, which are now pictured on Copernicus images. But the big story: rain, flooding, and mudslides. California storms fueled by bomb cyclone headed for the East Coast. Keep calm. It's boom time. I don't know if you saw the headlines, but a cyclone heading to the U.S. could dump 8 feet of snow. That's correct. And a lot of it has already hit the Sierras. In California, power lines tumbled, and more than 100,000 homes and businesses were in the dark on early Monday. Long stretches of I-80 and other highways were shut down by flooding and mud flows. Downtown Sacramento set a 24-hour record with 5 inches of rain. Meanwhile, the East Coast is bracing for the storm to arrive Tuesday into Wednesday, which will be their lose day. Now, a swath of California was battling flooding and mudslides Monday as the latest in a series of angry storms pounded much of the state with high winds and heavy rains. Almost 3,000 miles away, the East Coast is bracing for the storm to arrive, and we'll get to that. It's coming. Lake of water covers 880 near Fremont. Hello, they're buried. Atmospheric river slams Northern California, killing 2 in Washington state. Those are the headlines. And the good news is the power is coming back on. 12 hours ago, there was 140,000 out. Now in California, that number is below 100,000. Still around 140,000 total in Washington and California without power. And those numbers will be moving east as we show you the models. Storm on Tuesday will bring into Wednesday, brings 4 to 12 inches to the mountains in Colorado, and, well, snow everywhere in the west. There it is. Let's walk it through for you. Here's your Tuesday. So Monday through Tuesday, you should be seeing some heavy snow in the Sierras, clearly 18 to 24 inches falling there in the southern portions of the mountains and the central mountains, as well as eastern Nevada, Idaho, Washington State, Oregon, all high elevation in Montana. Looks like Wyoming is going to pick up a little bit in Utah, and that's going to just move east. Here's our Tuesday night into Wednesday. You can see that snow moving into the southern mountains of the Rockies here in Colorado, all the way down into New Mexico. This is a minor event, but good for all the ski resorts putting some of that snow base in. Wolf Creek Ski Area opening the earliest in decades here in Pagosa Springs is open again this weekend and will be again for the rest of the season. It looks like as we get into November, some of that snow could hit the Northeast, but not before. Yes, all of Colorado gets hit with snow. There's a very dry area here in Kansas and Colorado that's going to need this moisture. And that, you guys, in eastern Colorado, that's going to be coming through Sunday, Monday, right? November 1st. So, good news for the ski resorts. British Columbia picking up 4, 5, 6, 8 feet of snow over the next 14 days. And it's looking like could be 6 to 8 feet of snow in the southern Sierras over the entire model pattern here. Now, if we look at the total precipitated moisture, this is where we're going to see that flooding. You can see in New York City, it's going to be a 1-2 punch. Here on Tuesday, Wednesday, they're going to be picking up 3 or 4 inches, and then another event coming through on the weekend following is going to add insult to injury to that flooding. Up in Washington State here, look at those numbers. 10 to 14 inches of precipitated moisture. That's not going to be 20 feet of snow in the mountains. That's going to be some flooding. Yes, flooding in eastern Washington. Big heads up there. Take a look at that moisture. Amazing amounts of moisture. That's going to start to hit the ground here on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the big day. So Friday into Saturday morning, heavy flooding in Washington State. So heads up. Key message for Hurricane Rick. Now, Hurricane Rick is now hitting Mexico here and has made landfall. Will continue to spread across the Mexican states of Guerrero and Michoacan through tonight and could persist through Tuesday. This rainfall will likely produce dangerous flash flooding and mudslides, kind of like California. Severe weather and heavy rainfall potential for the east. Active weather continues for the west. A strong Pacific storm will continue to bring heavy precipitation and strong winds across western U.S. today. Across to the east, the chance for strong to severe thunderstorms later today as low pressure tracks eastward. The system could redevelop into a coastal storm for the mid-Atlantic and northeast corridors into Tuesday. We got freeze and frost warnings for Utah, Wyoming, southern Colorado, So heads up, it's going to be a chilly night tonight. Temperatures are expected to be the coldest ever tonight. I would say we'll get down to around 18 in Archuleta. So that's going to be pretty chilly. Click on your county for more information. Seismic update, no quakes of note. We've got the second eastern quake in a while here, 2.7 in North Carolina. So keeping a close eye on that Appalachian fault system. We also have had an uptick in the Caribbean that's been ongoing for weeks, so we have our eye on that. Now, did you know there is a current global seismic activity levels graph called the GSAL? Yes, this shows current global seismic activity worldwide. And when it gets up into the brown, it's bad. Like it was back in August, we had a seismic little paroxysm here globally. But right now, we're some of the lowest levels with historic background here. So this is a place you can come check out global seismic activity levels in years past, including 2017, 2018, and 2019. You can see it increasing here as we go forward. Or is it? You be the judge. I will leave you links to the global seismic activity levels chart, which you can monitor yourselves. And talking about seismicity, there is a lot of microseismicity happening on Iceland, and we're covering it. We're monitoring it closely. The Reykjanes Ridge is rumbling. We have Kafla and Astja and Grimsvötn regions. In fact, we even have Tufayokal, a supposed volcano that's dormant, is getting quite active. So a lot of the volcanoes, Grimsvötn, Astja, Katla, and now Tufayokal, as well as Reykjanes Ridge, all rumbling. And we're keeping a close eye on that information for you for any developments. New volcanoes discovered hidden around Santorini. Luckily, well, these are supposedly inactive as well. Check out the article if you're interested. Worldwide volcano news update. Karangitang, Raventador, Sangay, La Palma, Fuego, Nevados de Ruiz, Sabancaya, Swanosima, and more. Check it out. Now, we just did an update over at Magnetic Reversal News on the fake news being pushed using the European Mediterranean Seismic Center and their data, which is flawed. It shows up on a grid pattern because they have faulty software and has nothing to do with man-made events on La Palma. So go check that out if you're interested. I know you are. Once again, we'll leave you links to the Copernicus updated lava map with the new southern tongue right there for your viewing pleasure. And we'll just follow up the video with some interesting science articles, including greenhouse gas levels now hitting a high level, highest record level ever, as the world struggles to curb the damage. Well, the only damage from increased levels of greenhouse gases is the greening of the planet. So, complete nonsense coming from Reuters and COP26. Now, artificial intelligence has found an unknown ghost ancestor in the human genome. Well, could this be the Anunnaki? Nobody knows who she was, just that she was different. A teenage girl from over 50,000 years ago, of such strange uniqueness, she looked to be a hybrid. Holy macaroni. That is amazing. And maybe we'll do an entire podcast on the topic. But we'll leave you links below on the Denisovian cave find in Siberia. Now, the best preserved artifact of its kind unearthed from melting ice. And in fact, it's an entire set of skis. They had found a single ski earlier with some of the best preservation, and now this is the oldest complete set of skis. Researchers unearthed the second of a 1,300-year-old ski from ice in southern Norway. Absolutely amazing. It shows a few things. It shows that it was, well, much warmer a long time ago, 1,300 years ago, and people were skiing around some of the coldest, most remote regions of Norway. The exact opposite of what they're telling you. And we just put it down. Check out the article. New DNA research shows that humans did not overhunt woolly mammoths. Well, we've known that the whole time. It's been our position since we started the channel, and it has been my position for 3 decades in academia. As a paleoclimatologist and a stratigrapher, the idea that Clovis people overhunted mammoth is so preposterous. It is beyond pale. And now they're blaming it on climate change. It's your fault the mammoths are dead. That's a boom. to knowledge. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance in a dystopian world where flip-flops are science, facts, and not for your feet. We love each and every one of you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share this video with like-minded people. And click on one of the other boxes for more booms. Be safe. We love you.